Hey guys, it's Dave, and in today's video I'm going to share with you some of the footage from my sleep study that I had recorded a number of months ago. This is me in the hospital back in late August having this sleep study, and it includes an episode of sleep paralysis which you're going to see a little bit later on. So we caught the sleep paralysis on camera, which I was delighted about. Now the video footage isn't great quality. It's basic low resolution 4:3 CCTV style, but you do get the general idea. Now, the reason I had this sleep study done was not just because of my sleep paralysis, but also because of the fact that I was occasionally, very rarely waking up, not breathing. I would actually be choking. Now, it may be something to do with sinus problem, it may be something to do with allergies or some other problem. The technician who I spoke to when he watched this video told me, and it's a full 8-hour video, he told me that basically I wasn't a very severe case because there's a lot of sensors on me. There's stuff on my hands, on my chest, in my nose. And so they're monitoring me not just through a video, but through other things as well. And he said that I wasn't particularly severe, but he did notice this particular episode, which I believe he called it something like an abnormal event or an unusual event that happened at 10 to... I think it was 10 to 1 in the morning, and it was at 2 hours 32 minutes in, and you're going to see that very soon. So my theory is, I haven't spoken to the consultant about my case just yet, but my theory is that maybe the basically the choking that I was getting, the sleep apnea, might be related to the sleep paralysis, whereby my throat is basically seizing up. Now, for those people who don't know anything about sleep paralysis, it basically occurs when everybody gets paralyzed more or less in their sleep, so they don't act out their dreams, but some people wake up and they're still paralyzed, and this usually happens when I'm lying on my back. And I lay on my back that night deliberately to try and bring it on and to demonstrate it. I don't usually try to sleep on my back. I usually sleep on my side. Very occasionally I'll get sleep paralysis there as well, but mostly it's when I'm on my back. And so you can move to a certain degree. You can kind of twitch, move your head a little bit, but you can't speak. You can open your eyes, you can look, you can blink your eyes, you can move your fingers slightly, move your toes, and kind of wiggle your legs maybe a little bit, and your head moves back and forth, but you can't speak. And even though it's only for a few seconds, it's very disturbing because it feels like it's going on for minutes, and you kind of worry that it's never going to pass, and you try and fight it, and your limbs, everything feels really heavy. It's like there's somebody sitting on you. And some people hallucinate when this has happened. And so basically they are awake, but they're still dreaming. And some doctors have said that sleep paralysis while dreaming might actually explain things like alien abductions. Now, I have to say that I never dream and have sleep paralysis at the same time. I'm always very lucid. I just simply can't move. And we're coming up on the episode now. It's any second now. You're going to see it. And look at my leg, it's twitching. So I'm starting to wake up, but my eyes aren't open just yet. And so you're going to also start to hear my breathing become more and more labored as I start to panic, basically. And I'm trying to make noise. You can see me shaking just a little bit. My fingers going, keep an eye on the fingers. And my head as well starts to twitch. I'm trying to speak or call out to the nurses, but it's just coming out as a kind of a snorting snore. There's my finger moving, and my eyes are open now. And you're going to start to see my head try and move. There you go. And this is what it looks like, kind of like a seizure. And you can see my eyes going, and I'm just getting more and more panicked. Eyes are wide open, blinking a little bit. And then finally, and then it's over. In one last burst of energy, it's gone. So that lasted quite a few seconds, basically about a minute almost. So although it's always disturbing to go through episodes like that, on the bright side, at least they had caught it on camera. So after about 20 minutes, I decided to call the nurse in. So I pressed the button, and when she came in, we basically had a conversation about it, and I explained to her what I went through. And then I made a plan with her that if I went through another episode of sleep paralysis that night, that I would keep the button to call the nurse in my hand, and if I was able to move my thumb, hopefully if I was able to move my thumb, I would press the button to call her back in. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, and I got back to sleep and I got a reasonable night's sleep, but no sleep paralysis, no sleep apnea. So that's basically what came of the footage from the sleep study. I look forward to speaking with the consultant for more advice on these symptoms, and if you've experienced either sleep paralysis or indeed sleep apnea, which is of course more serious, please let me know in the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.